Nice. Okay, thanks Periscope. So I've managed to avoid the overheating problems and all of that since I got a new phone, but Periscope thought it would be a good idea to update Periscope while I was trying to use it. So it just started like automatically updating like what, and it just stopped. It obviously shut the stream down. So like I don't even know like how that happens. I don't know if it's my phone's fault or the app's fault or what, but like I was mad at first, and then I kind of just couldn't help but laugh because it's like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Oh yeah, update the app while you're using it. That's a fantastic idea. Certainly nothing will go wrong. So nice. I mean, Periscope had all day to auto update if that's what it really wanted to do. Man, sorry guys, sorry about that. So get this get this show back on the road. I'm starting to think it's not me anymore, and it's just the app has got its share of issues. But I don't know. I don't know. Periscope is. I mean, I love like the features that Periscope has, but the functionality is kind of at times kind of leaves a little bit to be desired. Um, so I don't know. Maybe I'll look into other options for streaming if I can find something better. Somebody mentioned that I guess Snapchat does streaming now or something like that. If that works better, then maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I mean the issues that it does have Periscope, they they do work on the issues. I mean they do update it, and it does get improved, which is nice. But it seems like every time they improve something, it's like something else becomes an issue, which is slightly annoying. But hey, I'm complaining. It's a first world problem for sure that I'm complaining about. What can you do? I mean, I'm complaining about an app that allows me to wirelessly stream my artwork to potentially hundreds and thousands of people on the planet. So, I mean, that's kind of a miracle in and of itself. But whatever. Maybe it is just me. I really want to do more with this character. It me, which may happen in the future. I've currently got other projects that I'm working on. I'm trying to finish. So something will happen with G in the future for sure. Because I certainly like her, and everybody else seems to like her, but maybe not just yet. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was trying to remember what I was talking about before Periscope decided to be dumb again. But yeah, I do like the moleskins, and now that they've made the paper a little bit thicker, I actually really like it. I haven't tried using like watercolor or like really a more wet media like that, but it works great for brush pens and markers and stuff. So that's good. Um, because I do like the design. I like that it lays flat and the pages don't spring up. Because that's the issue I was having a lot of problems with like the Stillman and Burns sketchbooks that I was using, is that the binding made the pages like to stick up, and so I was using like clamps to hold them down and stuff, and that was just kind of annoying. So yeah, I've been using this. I think it's Pentel color brush. I like this. It has this like gray ink in it. But with the older Moleskines, if you like got it really saturated like this, the pages would start to wrinkle, which is not desirable. So I mean they do a little bit, but at least like you can see it doesn't bleed. And yeah, so this is the Moleskine Art Plus for those of you um, who weren't here before. And it's thicker and the paper is super smooth, so it's really nice for drawing with like roller balls and ballpoint. They're a little spendy. I wish the price was lower, but I think it's worth it. They're usually between like $18 to $20 if you find them like in a store. Just make sure you get the Art Plus one because they're still circulating a lot of the old versions, so sometimes you just find the old version. But I mean, it's got like 100 something pages in it, so it'll last you a while. Unless you're like me and you just chew through sketchbooks like nothing. But it's worth it to me. It's worth it to me. Let's move on to a new page. That's kind of fun. I like this design. I'm definitely going to pursue this design. I may not go with the hand. I don't know how I'm feeling about that, but so this, yeah, the Pentel color brush. If you guys are wondering, I haven't pulled it out in a while. It's basically just a brush pen with colored ink. They have some that are like sepia and blue and red. This one is just gray. So it's got like a nice little ink wash effect. I just get them on Amazon. There's not that many good art stores where I'm at. There's just like Michael's, and that's not quite enough. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna draw, but we're just gonna wing it and see what happens. Yep, Moleskine. That's the one. Let's just draw some. Draw like a cool thing. I'm gonna draw a cool thing, guys. I'm gonna draw a cool thing. So I'll start with this part of the cool thing and do that. I was like drawing like big color suits, like space suits or like hazmat suits, stuff like that. Always super fun. When in doubt, just stick to what you know. It never hurts to draw things that you know how to draw and you like drawing, especially if you're feeling like kind of like in an artist block type state. Like don't put pressure on yourself to do something new and different, because that's going to be more difficult. If you're just trying to get in and draw, just do something you like to draw. Oh man, you guys think I'm cool? That's a lot of pressure. You guys think I'm cool? That's a lot of pressure. I don't know if I can handle it. Too much pressure. Too much pressure. I've been using this RSVP ballpoint. It's really nice, and they're really affordable, which I like. And as far as like a ballpoint is concerned, like the ink comes out nice and smooth. It doesn't glob up too much. It does a little bit, but I don't mind a little bit of the globbing. I kind of like the effect actually, but it's super smooth. You don't feel like you have to um, like fight with it to get the ink to come out, which is like crucial. I hate like drawing a line and like the ink doesn't come out and it's just like crappy and you have to like go over it again. I hate that more than like anything else when it comes to ballpoints. So This pen like doesn't do that at all. So that's why I use it. Yeah, so when I draw, I try to keep my hand like way far off the ink. So I've got my hand like rested on the edge of the sketchbook here, and I kind of reach over with my hand. I've got my pinky and stuff curled in. I get a little bit of smudging, but if you kind of start to practice of like drawing in one area and then moving to a different area so that this area can dry before you like go over it and kind of like skip around your drawing like that, then you'll reduce the chance of like smudging those little globs. Also, from time to time, do that. You can use your a piece of paper. I use my hand um, to get the little because the globs of ink build up like right around the ball because the ball like rolls around in like a little metal sleeve, and so those ink globules build up around the sides where the excess ink is. So from time to time, you just want to stick it on there and twist just like that. You can do it on paper too, but I don't know. Yeah, so that's like a definitely something you always want to be doing when you're drawing with ballpoint. Just every few lines you make, because that ink will build up, especially for larger pens. Like I bought a box of like 1.6 millimeter Bics, and they're super fun to use, but they the tip is so huge that the ink just it just globs up like super fast. So you have to be really careful. I use those for like drawing thumbnails and stuff. Nice, thick, juicy ballpoint pen. Thanks. This is a lot of pressure, you guys. I appreciate it. I'm not trying to like avoid compliments or anything. Thank you. I just think it's funny. Uh, Sorry, I was really focused on drawing this bag right now. Um, I do absolutely adore you guys and appreciate all the compliments, and I'm super thankful. I just very rarely take anything seriously, and I think that comes off as like kind of dickish sometimes. Like I'm not trying to not accept your guys' compliments, but I'm just trying to make a joke out of it. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just bad at taking compliments. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm glad, because watching other people draw makes me want to draw. So I hope that I can share that with you guys. Because drawing is a really great thing, and you don't there's no requirement for drawing. Like you don't have to be good at drawing to draw. Just draw. It's therapeutic. It's fun. There's no pressure to like be good at it. And if you do feel that pressure, then you really shouldn't because drawing is for you. And yeah. So just get out there and have fun with it, and like grab a crayon or a marker or just a like random ballpoint you find in a drawer, and do it. Yeah, it's just a ballpoint pen. It's Pentel RSVP. Um, Nice one. I like the regular Bics too. Bics are really nice. I like the Pilot Easy Touch ones. Those are good, and all those pens cost less than $1. So, I mean, I technically do art as my career. Somebody asked that before. Yeah, like what do I do for work? And I do work another job. I work as a snowboard instructor on the weekends. But uh, I draw and I make actually most of my money from drawing. And I still don't put a lot of pressure on myself because like I think that you got to do it for you. Like I said, art should be for you before it's for anybody else. And even for a client. There's a balance you will need to find of like, making sure the client gets their money's worth because you're selling them a product and you have an obligation to the client, but also making sure it's enjoyable for you. Because if it's not enjoyable, like what I mean, why? Because like doing art for a job is one thing, you know, and like I do art for a job, but I still find ways to make it enjoyable and make it mine. And I think that really it's really just as easy as enjoying what you do. Do things your way. Do things the way you want to do and then get jobs. Don't try to be a certain kind of artist. Be the kind of artist you want to be and get work doing that. Because I tell people up front that like, I don't really work digitally. I work, pen on paper. And if you don't like that and you want something to be worked digitally, then I'm happy to refer you to another artist, because this is just how I work. And like at the end of the day, a client is going to be more happy with my work if I enjoy it and I'm passionate about it because the work's going to be better. But if I do something that I don't normally do that I don't like doing, then the product is not going to be as good. And it's better to be upfront about that. Because if somebody asks you to do a digital painting, you've never done digital painting before, the temptation of that money is great, but you have an obligation. You have an obligation to the client and to yourself, I think. I don't know. These are just some things that I observe, and I'm not saying I'm right and this is the way you should do things all the way. I'm all about people finding their own path and finding their own way to do things. But if I can share some of my experiences and that helps you guys out, then I'll be happy. My thought process when I draw, like as far as coming up with ideas, if I'm just working in my sketchbook, I do whatever takes me in the moment. Like just a few minutes ago, it's like I'm just going to draw something cool, and then I thought about what I like, and I like girls in big suits with lots of pouches and stuff, so that's what I decided to draw. That's pretty much thought process as I need. Um, I don't like to overthink things, especially when I'm just sketching or warming up. Just do whatever takes me in the moment. When it comes to other ideas, like I don't know, it's a lot of the same. Just kind of go with the flow. If you're inspired by stuff, then draw stuff related to that. If you're really enjoying looking at like old crumbling ruins of like palaces and stuff, then pull up some reference to that and practice drawing and get some inspiration there. I do normally listen to music when I draw, or yeah, so I do get inspiration from music quite a bit. That's a really easy way to get some interesting visuals in your head is by just listening to music. I also think listening to music like really helps improve workflow. I mean, I I'm not somebody who recommends drawing with the influence of other substances because if you do that, I mean it I don't want to say it works, because I don't want to promote it. The problem is you come to rely on it, and you feel like that's where your inspiration comes from. And it's much better and much healthier for you to 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 do that on your own. To be able to produce your own inspiration rather than relying on something to produce inspiration for you. So that's as much as I'll say about that. Because while it does work, it creates an unhealthy habit and an unhealthy reliance. Because I've seen a lot of people, and I knew a lot of people who couldn't draw unless they had the substance that they needed. Which, I mean, that sucks. I don't know what else to say. That sucks. Like I would hate to not be able to draw unless certain conditions are met. And I think a lot of people have that mindset that like, oh, I'm not going to be able to draw unless I have inspiration, or I'm not going to be able to draw unless the environment is just right, or this or that is just right. And there's it's just like you can draw without all that. Just you got to practice just sitting down and doing it. Cuz like I sat down today, I didn't really have any ideas. I had the one idea for the bottle thing, and then after that I was just like, yeah, draw a girl in a suit and just have some fun. So like you don't and I think one of the biggest things is people think they have to have inspiration or motivation before they sit down and draw. And that's not necessarily true. You just have to practice going without that. Because it's really easy and convenient for people to say like, "Oh, I don't feel like drawing right now because I'm not feeling inspired." And that's a crutch too. That's a crutch too. Crutch is a good word. Whoever tossed that up there, crutch is a great word to use. Eliminate your crutches. Eliminate your crutches. Whatever it is, you can do it. Like you can do it because I mean, I used to have crutches. And like I said, I'm not going to go much further into it than that, but I spent a long time not drawing because of my crutches. So, don't waste time not drawing. Just draw. It doesn't have to be good. There's no pressure to succeed. Just do it. I always go back to Shia LaBeouf with his like motivation thing. And a lot of people think it's a joke, but it's not. Like if I'm not feeling motivated or I'm feeling uninspired, I will throw on Shia LaBeouf's motivational video, and it gets me inspired every single time. Because it's like there's so much truth to it. There's so much truth to it to just do it. To just like stop making excuses and just do it. Because the only thing stopping you from drawing, the only thing stopping you from producing or doing the thing you want to do is you. Like I said, you can find a piece of paper and a pen anywhere. I mean, if you're thinking that like, oh, I don't have money to buy art supplies and stuff like that, go grab like a ream of printer paper for $5 and a box of ballpoint pens. I mean, you can even like, you know, accidentally put a pen in your pocket by accident when you like go to a restaurant or something. You can find a big ballpoint anywhere, and that's a fantastic drawing tool. So just do it, guys. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Sorry, I'm stretching. Can you guys hear that I'm stretching right now? Yeah, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. I actually really like how this turned out. God, I love this pen so much. Um, so I do love this pen, and I talked about why I love this pen because as a ballpoint, functionally, it's just what I like. Um, so right now, my two go-to pens are The Pentel RSVP, medium size, this one, and the Pilot High-Tech C. So I'm not saying to go steal pens, guys. Pens are super inexpensive, and you can pick them up anywhere. Um, so I think I got like a box of 12 of these was $4. So I got pens for days. So like this will last me like 6 months probably, if not more. And then that happens. So they kind of just like fell out the end. So $4 for all these pens, guys, and that's like you could write a whole graphic novel with all these pens. So just do that. If you like fountain pens, get fountain pens. Fountain pens are a little high maintenance for me, but I do use them from time to time. I tend to use them for like sketching and stuff rather than drawing because of how high maintenance they are. But yeah, I don't really have a worse pen that I've ever used. I tend to think that all pens have their own use and purpose. So I use the pens I use because they're suited to my drawing style and I like the way they work, not because they're necessarily better than any other pen. They're just different. So I hope that makes sense. Um, Maybe next time I stream, I'll talk a little bit more about pens, like different styles and stuff. I'm not gonna add a background to this one. I've actually got some errands I need to go run, so I'm gonna be cutting off the stream here. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope you had a good time. Um, I certainly did. And so yeah, just do it. Get drawing, guys. I'm happy to be able to inspire you. Anytime you need some words of encouragement, don't don't hesitate to hit me up on like Twitter, Instagram, or Tumblr or whatever. I read everything and respond to as much as I can. So yeah, thanks guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best, and have a good one. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.